Alright, so in this one, if we're solving it by substitution, what we could do is, this would be an easier one to solve for a variable. Let's just solve that for x. So x equals 3 minus 2y. So with the substitution, I'm going to take this new solved for and plug it in for that x. So I have 2 times 3 minus 2y minus 3y equals negative 8. So I just substituted for that x 3 minus 2y. And so now I have one variable. And if I have one variable, that's a lot easier to solve. So 6 minus 4y minus 3y equals negative 8. So I have negative 7y. If I move that 6 to the other side, that gives me negative 14. And I get y equals 2. So if I know that y equals 2, I can come back up here and say x equals 3 minus 2 times 2, because we just solved y equals 2, and I get x equals negative 1. So your solution would be negative 1, 2. If we graph this on Desmos or your calculator, the point where these initial two lines intersected would be at negative 1, 2. There was another problem on WebAssign that looked fun. It was number 4 on mine. So y equals negative x and y equals x cubed plus 2x squared plus 9x. And so if you're looking at this problem, the substitution becomes, instead of writing y, why don't I substitute what y is? It's negative x. And so I get this other equation. So that other equation would be negative x equals x cubed plus 2x squared plus 9x. And this is what we'd be solving. So if I was doing that, I'd get all my x's on one side, plus 2x squared would be plus 10x. I could factor out an x, 2x plus 10, and then I'd set each piece equal to 0. So I have x equals 0, and x squared plus 2x plus 10 equals 0. I'm pretty sure with this one, if you tried solving it, you'd get non-real answers. So we'd only have one solution that we could see, real solutions, where these two things intersect, and that would be at x equals 0. So all we would have to do now is plug in, if y equals negative x and x is 0, then y would also be 0 to give us our solution. But if we tried solving this one, we do the negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, and that already lets me know that this number is going to be a negative. So that means I have an imaginary, or two imaginary solutions. So this one, my real solutions would just be the 0, 0.